Hello everyone, hope you're right. In today's video I'm going to show you how my garden is doing in the month of November. So we are in the mid fall. Temperatures have started to dip quite a lot now at the night time. Daytime is still okay. Most of the time it's raining, but today it is quite sunny. As you can see, sun is out, but the days are very short now, so there is not much sunlight. But overall the garden is looking good. I haven't done any tidy up yet. I need to do some work here, but it's raining most of the time, so I don't really get the opportunity. But I thought before I do any tidy up I should show you how it is doing now, because the temperature is going to be freezing now. So we may not see much color here for a few months from now on. As you can see, the arch is looking absolutely beautiful. I really love this arch. We installed it here ourselves this year, and you can see the climbing plants. They are doing so good. Rose plant has put on a lot of growth and it has bloomed a couple of times. So these were the final roses just last week. They were looking absolutely gorgeous, and now they are done. And this grapevine has put on a lot of growth as well. It has made to the top of the arch. On the other side, this jasmine vine has put on a lot of growth. Now it is making its way up the arch, and hopefully next year it will be covering the whole side. This grapevine has already shed its leaves. You can see it is grown quite a lot, but it is a bit behind from the one that is on the other side, because this one is 3 years old and this one is 2 years old. So hopefully in a couple of years this arch will be looking absolutely beautiful throughout the summer, when there will be roses and jasmines blooming, and you can imagine. And we could have some harvest of grapes as well. So these containers which I have put on both sides of the archway, I planted these junipers in them 2 years ago. They are doing nicely. I did a little bit of pruning earlier this year. Underneath I have got creeping phlox. They were blooming in the summer, absolutely beautiful, and they are evergreen, so quite a lot of interest there. And lobelias, this side is not looking that good, but this side is still trying to bloom. This little pathway which leads to the circular lawn is doing good. I do need to get more stones here to cover the whole pathway, and I think stones look much better, and it is low maintenance. I don't have to mow the grass between the slabs because it is hard. The lawn itself is okay. I tried to mow the grass 2 weeks ago, but it was too wet that the lawnmower kept jamming. So either lawnmower is faulty or I need to do something else with this area. If I do like stones, so maybe next year I will put stones here to make it low maintenance. And you can see all the leaves fallen from this maple tree. It is absolutely beautiful tree. I really love its canopy. It looks beautiful all year, and now all those leaves at the ground, aren't they so beautiful? And the apple trees are shedding their leaves as well. I do need to get them pruned, but they are a bit out of reach for me. This bay tree I pruned earlier this year to give it a tree form, and now it's sending more growth on top. So I want to keep the bottom bare with just those beautiful barks, with just those beautiful trunks, so I can have more things planted underneath. Rhododendron bloomed earlier in spring and then in fall, because in fall earlier it got hot. So summer was really cold for us, like spring, and in the beginning of fall it got hot for a couple of weeks. So rhododendron put on buds during the summer and it bloomed again. Now you can see those blooms are done and it has got few more buds going on. And there is my hydrangea plant. It has got big now. It was just small when I planted it here. There are hostas which are done now. There are dianthus, sweet williams, which I started from seed, planted all over there. Apple tree, small one there, which I brought with me from the previous garden, is shedding its leaves as well. There is blazing Paris. It's quite wet in here. Let's move a bit closer. Yeah, this looks absolutely beautiful throughout the year. It is evergreen and look at its leaves color. This is a variety of red robin photonia, but it has curved leaves. It is earlier it was quite thin and just had growth at the top. Then I did a little bit of pruning on it and it's bulked up now. So I will see for another year if I like it or not. Otherwise I may just have to cut it down, because this is quite like thin and it came down on me. There is a rose plant, bloomed earlier in summer beautifully, almost done now. Schemia is growing quite a lot. It's making its way on this side, so its rose plant is just on its all over. It has got buds as well. There is my beautiful container which looked absolutely pretty all summer, and now you can see the flowers are getting done now. Red robin photonia again, and this is again red robin photonia is growing, and there is another tree growing between it. This is like an ornamental cherry, and there is a melanchia already shed its leaves, and you can see the flower buds which will bloom in spring. Red robin photonia again quite big here. Maybe I need to do some pruning on it here. There is my plum tree, another schemia there. This one I planted this year. It has grown quite a lot as well. Oh, I didn't notice this before. My bird bath, it's fallen on this side, or maybe just somebody put it because it's been quite windy lately. So I think I will leave it like this for now. This is another hydrangea planted this year. Raised beds. I tried to sow some autumn vegetables radish here, but you can see in the beginning of fall it got hot, so they kept gone bolting, so no radishes there. And spinach, first it germinated and then it was so hot that it just died on me. These are my strawberry runners. Strawberry plants here in this raised bed doing well. This is my Esclonia tree. It is kind of evergreen, and lilac tree. You can see it is already starting to bloom. What's going on here? Can you see that? I can see those birds blooming. You can see the white. They are new birds. The same thing I like. Summer was quite cold, and in the beginning of fall it got hot for a couple of weeks, so plants are just confused this year. That's why my vegetable garden didn't do really well this year. Around the circular lawn I have got these box bushes. They were really small when I planted them. You can see the new growth on them. They have gone quite a lot. Lavender bushes, 3 or 4. I do need to prune them. Salvia still trying to bloom. Rock flowers, I started them from seed last year, still trying to bloom. These are hardy salvias which I got as plug plants this year in the spring. More dianthus. This rudbeckia was self sown here, and these are scabiosa pincushion flowers. They are kind of perennial for me because they came back this year. I planted them last year, and I think they will next year as well. A little GM there. Can't remember the name of this one. grown quite a lot. I think verbena. And primroses looking good, foxgloves, saffron, hardy moms, they are done blooming. They were so beautiful all autumn now, and now they are done. They start blooming in late summer, early autumn. And more annuals here which are done now. So I do need to do a lot of tidy up and plant some more things for next year. This nasturtium was saffron as well. And in these containers I have got this blackberry bush is shedding its leaves now. There I had raspberry bush, but I have taken it down now, and I will replace it with something else because they don't produce much for me, and I think some evergreens will look good there. Kiwi vine has grown a lot this year, and it produced 10 or 15 berries for me. They were absolutely delicious, so I hope that we will have much better harvest next year. Beans are done now. Peppers, chili peppers are done. I just need to tidy up here. These carrots were self-sown as well. Can you believe? I sowed some flower seeds here and they turned out to be carrots. So I have got teeny mini carrots here, and these alyssum are self-sown. This container, this is cardamom, look good throughout the autumn. Here is camellia, which I need to move from here to my front yard, and ivy vines, beans here as well, they are done. And this container, little container with begonias, looking good. I'm thinking if I put these containers in my garage, maybe they will overwinter for me. These geraniums and this coleus as well. So I have planted them in these small containers so I can move them in the garage. That coleus is already done. That was the big coleus I had from where I took the cuttings and grew many plants here. So overall the garden is still looking good. I just need to do a little bit tidy up, but I am not getting the chance to do it. I have planted my bulbs a couple of weeks ago because it got dry for few days, so I took the opportunity to plant my spring flowering bulbs here and in the front yard, and I just need to do a little tidy up now. Today was sunny, but I was busy somewhere else. Maybe in few more days, when it gets drier for a few days, then I'll come back here to do tidy up and pruning. Let's take you to the front yard and show you what's going on there. Here you can see these containers at my entry door. They are still looking so beautiful. I did tidy up them last month and they are still going nice and strong. These two containers are similar to the ones in the backyard, and then I have these ones. They were so beautiful all summer and they're still trying to bloom for me. I have got this beautiful hanging basket. I have got lots of evergreen interest in there, so it's still looking so good. I have got this small patch here where I have this bay laurel tree. Again, I pruned it earlier during the summer to give it a tree form. Now it's growing on top. I need to do more pruning on it. Conifer trees, one I pruned hard and the other one I just did a little bit. I want to make them oval shape. Let's see how it goes. Few lavender plants here and sedum. More plants which I planted this year. Small acer tree from bare roots or plug plants. Rudbeckia was absolutely beautiful throughout the late summer and autumn. Campanula and Orbecia looking good. So plants have survived. This year was the first year, and they were small plants. This is my standard rose tree. It has really beautiful blooms in the summer, and my cherry tree. So hopefully in a couple of years they will fill up. I do have the idea to plant more evergreens in here. This container is still looking so good. Coleus, hebe, geranium, impatiens, ivy, so many things in there did so well. And these vinca vines are growing beautifully. There is honeysuckle growing well. I do need to train them. And echinacea and phlox, they are done now. I do need to tidy up. This container is looking so good as well. This is my rose vine again. I want to train up here. This is my side patch. This Jonathas bush I planted this year. It has grown quite a lot. Another hydrangea there. This yarrow chilia plant has done so good. And there is my another rose vine. This something is coming up on its own. I don't know what it is, so I'm giving it time to see what it is and if I like it or not. Heather plants, I got them on discount in the summer and they are blooming beautifully, but they are still small. Forget me nots, I started them from seed. And phlox, creeping phlox, I planted here. How it's covering the whole ground. It looks so good in the summer. Butterfly bush, I don't really like it. I think if I should replace it with something else or not. Dogwood, I guessed it was dogwood, but I'm not really sure. Let's see. And this is forsythia I planted this year. It will take some time. Another phlox here. And this patch is a bit bare. Here's the view of the back garden from road. So overall the plants have done quite well, still going nice and strong. We don't get really cold in winter, so let's see how many things survive. And I have planted my bulbs, so hopefully in spring it will be a nice and beautiful show. I do need to get more evergreens to go in the garden. So these are the spring flowering bulbs which I have planted around my garden. So I have got a pack of muscari and anemones, allium bulbs, 25 of them, some small and some big, a pack of hyacinth bulbs and a pack of iris bulbs, and some tulips. So I have got oranges with hues of pink and one bag of pink one. So I'm planning to plant the muscaris around here in the front yard and along with daffodils. So I have got daffodils from last year, so I'm going to plant muscaris, anemones and daffodils in this patch and the side patch. And the one by the entrance door I will plant some iris and tulips, and the remaining iris, tulip and daffodils will go in my backyard. So here I have dug a hole and put 3 or 4 muscari bulbs in it. These are small bulbs, so they don't need to be very deep. So I covered them with mud and then the gravel. I have got a detailed video on planting flowering bulbs, which I will include a link in the description box in case you don't know how to plant the spring flowering bulbs and when to plant them. Here I'm just going to go through all my front yard and backyard and plant all these bulbs which I have got. So hopefully in spring it will be a nice and beautiful show. So I hope you enjoyed watching this tour of my garden. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Press the bell icon so you don't miss out on any of my gardening videos. Thank you very much for watching today. See you next time. Bye.